Well, I think that's, just to go to that very last categorical point, I think is a very powerful one that, explicitly what I've been talking about is whiteness, but implicitly what I've been talking about when I talk about these white heroes is white masculinity, right? So it can very much be defined against a certain kind of powerless black womanhood, and that is very evident, as this caller has just said, in The Matrix, in the figure of the Oracle, who is treated in the movie The Matrix, I think in a pretty, the movie makers don't seem to be completely in control of what they want to do, because when Neo first, the Keanu Reeves hero character first meets the Oracle, he gets to see the Oracle, and she says something like, "Oh, I'm not what you were expecting," as if they feel like in portraying this Oracle as a black woman, they're doing something progressive or unexpected or breaking an expectation. But in fact, my reaction to that was, no, that wasn't what I wasn't expecting. Here is this woman who is portrayed as being, the machine inside the machine, and as the caller, appropriately noted, whenever she's talked about, for example, in the conversation with the architect, it's not that she's granted any agency or power in having made the system go, but she's just somehow at the core of it, not as the architect or the originator of it. And I just think about her relationship or her interaction with the Neo Keanu Reeves character. When he meets her, is basically, he bakes her cookies. She bakes him cookies and says, "Here, eat these cookies and you'll feel right as rain." It's a very traditional, stereotypical. To use the ugly word, it's a mammy figure, right? Who is there just to serve and help this white hero feel better along his hero's quest at that moment. So, when we talk about, the white privilege as defined against the black man as the computer expert, yes, it's also important to remember figures like the Oracle, the disempowered black woman who is also very much a part of that picture. I'm also very much intrigued by what you have to say about jazz, and I'm not a scholar of this, so I would like to look more into it, but jazz is something that is very much signified on and with in these movies. It's something that the Terminator uses to signify in the construction of even the name of someone like Miles, the computer expert, who seems in the Joe Morton character who I said, who is the guy who brings about the threat of the Black Planet, seems to me to be an echo of Miles Davis, that somehow this kind of technical prowess of jazz maps onto technical prowess with the machines in a way that is maybe not entirely welcome. So.
Wow. Again, Diva JC, very loyal listener. Thank you so much for listening and continuing to call in, check out the program. I will be listening. Her show actually comes on Blog Talk Radio Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Check her show out, Diva JC. You can see she's all over the web. If you do a search on her, she'll pop up. She has her websites and everything. But you can just come to Blog Talk Radio if you want to check out her show. Anybody that's out there listening, Wednesdays, 6 p.m., Blog Talk Radio, Diva JC, bringing in artists and always having very enlightening, refreshing conversations about jazz music and the role of non-white females, particularly in jazz, but non-white people. She's had non-white males on her show as well, sharing their work and talking about the music and often mistreatment of non-white people in that particular area. And her book as well. She has a brand new book as well. I wanted to... with the Matrix, I was looking for some of the callers who, non-white people who were going to call in to talk about the Matrix, and I'm not seeing them online yet. So with the Matrix, I did not, when I first saw the film, I actually didn't even want to see the film at first. Some people made me go see it, and I went and watched it and didn't think anything more of it until years down the road. I did not really watch it thinking the non-white people here are representing, or excuse me, the machines are representation of non-white people until way down the road. much better understanding of racism, white supremacy when I began to see that connection in The Matrix and other aspects of racism, white supremacy, in how the Oracle is portrayed, how the architect talks about her, the non-white character, how the I guess the agents and the architect, how they function as white people in the film, and even how the non-white people, Morpheus, played by Lawrence Fishburne, and Tank, Dozer, Link, all the other non-white characters, how they function in relation to the non-white people in the film. And I know I've seen people say, well, Morpheus, that role is great. It's wonderful for, a black male to get this type of role where he's not subservient, and, he's kind of the leader of their little gang here. And you pointed out in your film, well, you can see other aspects where this looks exactly like the same racism, white supremacy being played out in a different form. Could you talk about that aspect of Morpheus's character in The Matrix?
Well, I mean, part of it is that Lawrence Fishburne, in even describing his role in The Matrix, says that he is sort of taken out of the action loop and put into kind of a cognitive or spiritual realm. He actually, in the subsequent movies, does get to be more of an action hero in ways that may be interesting. But he's also, so. I mean, it's just, to me, kind of even ugly to watch the degree to which he is the one who is made to suffer the indignities of being strapped into the machine in this horrible way. Whereas Neo and Trinity, I mean, their interaction with the machine is, it's like a big video game for them. It's fun. They get to zoom around. They get to have infinite firepower, infinite guns, and Morpheus is the one who has to sort of be the thinker, be the responsible one, not be out there zooming and playing the video game, but then ultimately the one who has to suffer in a way that, to me, is kind of hard to watch that part of the movie. But
wow. That particular, the scene where in the first Matrix, when
yes.
He gives himself up so that Neo can escape.
Yes.
Incredible for me to watch. Oh, go ahead.
No, that's right. I mean, this is that other scholars before me have made this comment. I think it was Ed Guerrero in Framing Blackness, says that it's always the black man that makes the sacrifice, right, for the white man. But
yeah, he's all that matters. And then the police come in and beat him down. It's not even the agents. Actual enforcement officials come in and nightstick him away and bang, 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 and lead him off. We see that every day.
And it's just the pointed indignity of everything about the way that, like, he gets his head busted over a toilet. Just at the bottom of the kind of level of abuse that is portrayed there, and the kind of just really supremely just the kind of distaste that the agents are allowed to express towards him, and his the disgust that the agent expresses towards him as being a bodily thing. Is another thing that is that on the one hand, he's someone who is the perfect victim for the machine, but he is a sort of a potential something that is not like a machine. He is and is not like a machine, and the machines both hate him for that and also incorporate him into the machine at the same time.